Hello, welcome everybody. Welcome to a new video of strategies, tactics, and boosts. And we are week 3 of the F1 Class Community Championship Alfa Romeo Team Series event. And I hope everybody got qualified for the opening round, because this is what this video is all about. It's about the 8 tracks we are racing this weekend. So let's not waste our time and see where we are heading for. So, first track, Hungary. Second one, Saudi Arabia, Jeddah. Third one, Australia, with 30% chance of raining. Don't forget, in Jeddah, as you can see, 36 degrees, the highest temperature. So if it's over 30, be careful of with your tires. Softs won't be an easy task to do 2 laps, so be careful with that. Fourth race, enough. We raced a lot last week in Belgium, but okay, now it won't be raining. It would be a dry race in Spa, and then we travel to Italy. Okay, Imola, 40 degrees the highest temperature, although probably we're going for hards, but have that in mind. If you were thinking using softs, 3 laps with softs and 40 degrees, I don't think it's something you can do it without conserving, and probably a lot. And then it's Monza, Silverstone with 53% chance of raining, and finally our 100% wet wet race, Zandvoort in Netherlands. So, give me one moment. A little, yeah. Okay, we didn't miss. Okay, Silverstone, it's 31. I don't believe we're going to have an issue with this. Okay, and we are back. So let's go and see our tracks. And let's start with Hungary. We had some issues with Hungary last GP. We would prefer to do one pit stop. After update 29, one pit stop is the better strategy, again, in most of the tracks, not all the tracks, but in most of the tracks. So 5.3 medium soft, even without boosting our tire management is doable with a little bit of conserving. But if you are afraid, there are lot of boosts with tire management, with good tire management, and some cornering, because in Hungary we need cornering. So it's 5.3 and 3.5 if you are at the back or in the middle of the grid, and of course for wherever we are, 4.4 soft, medium, maybe soft if we are at the top. Maybe it's doable, but probably soft, medium. And of course there is always the option of 2 pit stops, 3-3-2, if we are in the middle or at the top of the grid, but only if we are clear of everyone and P1. I would 100% say, okay, you can do this. Else 4-4, both your drivers, Probably yes. Now, Jeddah. I'm going to repeat myself. Less pit stops after update 29. So, yes, you can try if you want 2 2 2 2 1 and the opposite, but this is the best and the fastest strategy at this moment. 2 2 3, soft, soft, hard. Of course, speed boosts for this track, and 3 2 2, hard, soft, medium, because because at the end of at the last stint we want to be able to push, and softs don't give us the ability to push in Jeddah for 2 laps. Mediums can, and we saw that we are going to have some high temperatures, so mediums for sure in our last stint. Of course, as I said, you can try again this one, but or this one, but I would stick to 2 pit stops for Jeddah at the moment. And let's go to Melbourne. Yeah, we have some chances of rain here, so we're going to see both. So at the back or at the middle of the grid, 5-3, probably with hard, 5 laps with mediums, not doable in Australia. So 5-3, and probably with a tire management boost like Char or Movember. Here we are playing the waiting game, the long game. We want everybody to get and pit and be the last ones to do so. Of course, as I told you, always 4-4, a very safe choice, and one of the best choices here in Australia too. Medium hard, uh, medium, very difficult. You must have great tire management to do 4 laps with mediums here, and be able to push. Mediums are mostly 4 laps you can do with mediums only if you conserve enough. Now, this was a good strategy, but we haven't raced Australia with dry conditions after update 29, and I'm afraid that I don't know if this will work. Maybe, not maybe, if we are at the top of the grid, yes. If we are in the top 10, maybe, but lower than starting lower than the top 10, I wouldn't recommend it. Okay, now, if it rains, we have three. Basically, we want to know where the other. We want to know where the boats are pitting. Last GP, we saw that from P12 and lower, they are pitting lap 4. From P12 and higher, they are pitting lap 5. So, if we are at the lower bottom, maybe 3-5 is the better choice. We undercut everybody, both the back markers and the top of the grid. Of course, we could easily think that by doing 2 pit stops, 3-3-2, we can again do the undercut with a little bit more easy, because 5 laps with wets, we will need for sure Char, Frost or Movember, and conserving. It's going to be difficult. So it's very marginal to do it, and we are going to need a lot of conserve, so maybe we could think of trying 3-3-2. So we undercut both of them. They are pitting 4-5, and we are getting in again in lap 6, but it has its risks because it's one more pit stop, so we will lose time, and Australia is not a fast track, but okay, it's an option. Maybe we can try it. I believe the best choice is this for both drivers. 4-4. I know that the backmarkers will pit here at lap 4 with us, and if we are below P12 we will have some traffic, but I still believe it's the best choice. Second best choice, 3-5 if we are backmarkers. 3-5 and Tsar or Frost, probably Tsar. It's best to use Tsar. 3-5, Tsar, and lots of conserving in our second stint to do 5 laps. Yeah. And the next one is Spa. A dry race this time. We had a lot of rain last GP. In the Belgian GP we had a lot of rain. Now it's a dry race, and of course here we will stick to the original plan even before update 29. 2 pit stops, either 1-3-2 soft, medium, soft, or of course you can do it 2-3-1. If you don't like 2 pit stops, yep, 3-3 with hards or mediums. But for me, again, I will still stick to this plan. 2 pit stops, 3 equal stints, 2 laps each. I believe it's the best and the fastest strategy you can follow. Okay, now we are going into 2 tracks that I don't have to say so much. Welcome to Imola and Monza after that. Yeah, 4-4 hards, that's it. Nothing else to say. Although I say in the back or in the middle of the grid only 4-4, even if we are top 10, 8, 7, 6, I would probably choose 4-4 hards for my driver. Now, if we start at the top 5, okay, then maybe we should consider 2 pit stops. Although Imola is another track that we haven't raced in a GP. And after the update, and we don't know how easy we can overtake. But if we are top 5, yes, I believe that 2 pit stops are a good choice. Be careful with this, with the first stint. I'm saying there 3 laps with the softs if the temperature is very high, because the prediction says it can get up to 40. If the temperatures are over 30, the first stint, maybe it should be changed to medium. So before you start, be careful about the conditions and especially the temperature. Now, next one, Monza. Don't say the same things. 4-4 with hards, the best choice for both your drivers wherever you are. And of course, if you are at the top of the grid, then maybe you should consider 2-3-3 and 3-3-2. And here probably the second stint could be with softs, so we can recharge. We will just go on yellow and some blue, and we recharge and be aggressive in our last stint. But yeah, 4-4 hearts. No more to say. Oh yeah, you can see it here. 3-3-2. I had it. I forgot that I had both versions of. Uh, oh, nice. I have all the versions of 2-3-3, 3-3-2, depending on our. Here, as you can see, we are boosting with Frost, Pretzel, Tsar, Movember, tire management. We're boosting our tire management so we can easily do 3 laps with softs. Silverstone. This is a good one. At least it was until the update. Uh, of course, if you are at the back, in the middle, or even at the top of the grid, 4-3 hard medium is a great choice. Mainly here we want speed boosts, but no one will tell you something if you choose a cornering boost. For, let's go and see. You see there, sector one, the beginning of, in the middle of sector one, that very slow corners, and the beginning of sector two, turns 6-5. These are very slow sections of the track where a cornering boost would help, but mainly I would like to use something like Street Shark, Firework, or if you don't want a race start boost, then Taurus, Deadfast, Eclipse. Now, if you are in the middle or at the top of the grid, then the best choice is this 2-2-3 soft medium and 3-2-2 medium soft. It is the fastest strategy, and this way we try to we because Silverstone is a fast track, too many straights, so it's a fast track. We can do we can gain back the time of the second pit stop by being faster, by using faster compounds. Two pit stops, 3 stints. For me, if we are in the middle or at the top of the grid, is the best strategy to follow. Now, if it rains, 3-4, because everybody is going to pit on lap 4. So 3-4 for both our drivers. An alternative would be 3-2-2. So again, we want to avoid pitting on lap 4 with all the others, but here we don't have a fastest compound, so we can gain a lot of time and do a second pit stop. So this is a little bit risky. I would prefer 3-4. But if it was to pit at lap 4 with all the others, then probably I would choose, this would be my second option. First option would be 3-4, second option 3-2-2, and last option would be 4-3. And finally, let's go to Netherlands. Cornering track, 100%. It would be a wet race, so our options here are 4-3 and 3-4. Probably, most likely, the bots are going to pit in lap 5. Some maybe come in in lap 4. So 4-3, 3-4 is an undercut to everybody, to all the bots, and it's okay. I have played 3-4 with rain lots of times in Zandvoort, works perfectly. Don't be afraid to pit early. Oops, sorry. But if we are at the top of the grid at lap 3, if we are P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, okay, it's okay. Then we can stay one more lap and get in P4. And why I say this, it's difficult to make a gap and avoid stacking for both our drivers. So if one of our drivers is at the top of the grid, at least one of our drivers, then we can keep him one more lap in the track to do 4 laps in his first stint and pit the second one at lap 3, so we avoid stacking. Most of the bots, 90% of our opponents are going to pit in lap 5, so don't worry about it. Even if for a couple of laps you are at the back, you lose a lot of positions, don't worry, because when everybody is going to pit at lap 5, it would be the best overtake you have ever done. We're going to overtake 10, 12, 15 cars in that straight in front of the pit lane. So don't be afraid to do that. If your drivers have distance between them, even 3-4, both of them is just perfect. Don't be afraid to do the undercut. It's a little bit of a heavy undercut because everybody is pitting on lap 5 and we will be in at lap 3, but better be safe than sorry. Okay, so let's get back to see our tracks. Hungary, Jeddah, Australia, Belgium, Imola, Monza, Silverstone, and Zandvoort, Netherlands is our opening and final round tracks. So I hope this was a helpful video. We analyzed and we solved some of your questions. If you have more, below in the comment section, please give us our feedback, write your questions, whatever you want us to answer. I will get back to you with a comment or even during another video. Okay, that's it. Thank you for joining. I hope we have a great racing weekend, and I hope to see you again in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe, smash the like button, and support your favorite creator. You know how. There are go into the game, support a creator, write the code president, and this is me. Okay, see you in the tracks this weekend. Bye everybody.